Have you ever wondered why we get sus2 chords, sus4 chords, but we never see sus6 chords? And that would make sense, right? Because our triads are made of the notes 1, 3, and 5, and we can suspend to the 2, to the 4. So why can't we suspend to the 6? And there's a fascinating reason behind it, is that it creates a totally different chord that does not have a suspended function. So if I take that same G major triad of the 1, 3, 5, and I want to suspend the 5, the fifth of the chord, which is on top on the second string, to the 6, 2 frets higher, it creates a different chord. And if I take the new top note, the 6, and I put it 1 octave below, it creates an E minor chord. So my sus6 chord is in fact an E minor triad. It's not even a G anymore. It's an inversion of an E minor chord. So I get the third of the chord at the bottom, the fifth in the middle, and the root at the top, right? And when I play other kinds of sus chords, like a sus2 or sus4, if I play a G sus4, it eventually wants to resolve the tension to G major. Like dun, dun. But when I play my sus6, it does not have the same effect. It does not want to resolve to G whatsoever. So that's why we cannot call that a sus6, and that's why they don't exist. And you have to be on the lookout for those chords inversions. The fake sus6 are everywhere in the music you listen to. So when you want to learn songs by ear, you really have to listen to that chord inversion right here. For example, I made a cover of On the Nature of Daylight by Max Richter last Monday on my channel, and it's a beautiful string song, but I was fooled on my first transcription of the song because half of the chords were wrong. When we listen to a song, our ears latch on to the bottom note and the top note because they are the easiest to hear, right? So you can listen to the full song if you want on the upper chord, but if you listen to the song, what you hear first is this. And you hear that twice, right? So when you hear the top note and the bottom note clearly like this, the logical conclusion is to say, okay, I have a B flat minor chord, and then I have an A flat chord, and then an F minor, and then a G flat, right? And it's super logical to jump to that conclusion, but half of the chords would be wrong. If you listen to the middle notes in the strings in the song, you will see that not all chords are in those inversions right here. So the middle note is dun, dun, dun. So if I listen closely to the middle note, that's what I hear. So if I want to put it in the chords, I have which makes a B flat minor chord. That's okay. But I keep this note on top of this. So that's an example right here of a fake sus6, right? I think that this chord is an A flat major. But we suspend the fifth of the chord, which is here, to that note. And that creates a different chord that is not an A flat chord anymore. So if I see what are the notes, we have an A flat, an F, and a C. And if I reorder those notes, we have F, A flat, and C. So that's an F minor chord in an inversion, in a fake sus6 inversion, if you will, right? So I thought that it was an A flat, but it's an F minor chord on a base of A flat. And you can see those chords everywhere. If we keep going in the chord progression, we have this with the ta as the middle note, so the ta. It's another case right here of a fake sus6, right? We thought it was an F minor chord. We take the fifth of the chord, which is here, and we put it to its sixth, right? Because it's a minor chord, now the sixth is just 1 fret higher. and it creates a different chord. It's in fact a D flat chord. And then I take the middle note and I put it 1 octave below. And then I have a D flat chord on a bass of F. And then we have a real G flat. So that's the genius behind this song right here. He's going to use a lot of those fake sus6 chord inversions here. The second repetition of the chord progression, it's exactly the same thing with the top notes. But he does something totally different. So on top of this, the second time, the middle note is going to be dun. So it's the same principle here. Instead of playing the B flat minor, we're gonna take the 5th, suspend it to its 6th, and once again, it's 1 fret higher instead of 2 because we have a minor chord, right? And then it's not a B flat minor chord anymore. It's a G flat, where we take the middle note and we put it at the bottom as the lowest note, right? And then the second chord is a true A flat chord, instead of an F minor on the bass of A flat, right? So you can play with that a lot in a song. In a sense, you can make variations on the same chord progressions by playing with the middle note and making your fake sus6, right? So the real chord progression goes like this. It's all over this chord progression in the song. So I really encourage you to listen to On the Nature of Daylight by Max Richter and really train your ears of hearing the note that it's in the middle, not the top, not the bottom note, but what's in the middle, to be on the lookout for those chord inversions. So if you want to play them for yourself, the logic right here, if you have a minor spread triad, like this B flat minor, you can suspend the 5th, which is in the middle on the 4th string, 1 fret higher, right? And if you have a major spread triad, you have to suspend the 5th, which is at the same place but 2 frets higher. So that's a big stretch. It might be better to play it like 12 frets higher or something so that it's more playable. And what's really cool about it is that when you have a minor chord like this and you suspend it to the 6th, it creates a major chord. It creates a G flat major. So the minor chord becomes major and the major chord becomes minor. So that becomes a G minor. So it comes from B flat major to G minor, right? So it's super fascinating what we can do with sus6, even if we don't call them sus6. It's a great chord inversion to use. And if you want to know more about spread triad chords, like if you don't know how to play them, those chords right here in minor, major, diminished, suspended versions, I have a free course for you on my website. It's a crash course on spread triads. You can click on the first link in the description box. In this course, you get 5 video lessons, 45 minutes total. You can download all the chord charts, all the exercises to master spread triad chords and play them anywhere on the fretboard in any key you want. So if you want to take some of the knowledge that you took from this lesson and go further with it, take my crash course on spread triad. Once again, it's the first link in the description box. So thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, au revoir, my friend.